These are the habits that you've confused with strategy. Often we watch videos online about course strategy and we misinterpret what the hell they mean. One of those is the safe club off the tee. Sometimes I'll see people come and say, hey Matt, I know that you don't want me to hit the driver here, so I'm going to go with a 4-iron, and they completely cock it up. And I'm like, no, hit the driver if it's good. Now the question you have to ask yourself to get into a good habit of course management and strategy is this club the most comfortable in this moment to get the ball in play to allow a second shot, a stress-free shot? Now if that's not stress-free and something else may be more stress-free, we can just change to that. Sometimes we stand up here with a 4-iron or whatever the safe play is, and we're gonna get it in play, and we end up, oh man, what the hell kind of shot is that? It's just cleared the water, and hey, sometimes it is the more aggressive play that is the conservative play. And if that safest play is the big face of the driver, the easy swingability of the driver, you're gonna make contact with the ball, you have enough space, we do not hit it as long as possible. That little phrase is very confusing. What it really means is, in this moment, we want to hit the longest possible club that will stay in play using our natural speed, our natural distance. But a shot that's in play as long as possible could also even mean, in this moment, all I can hit in play is a 6-iron. That means, because I keep it in play, that's the longest club I can hit. A big habit I see is people playing to a distance chart. You get your distance, you hit that club. This habit is not strategic at all. This habit leaves you short a lot of the time, and often your brain and body connection knows not the right club. Because from 142 here, this is my pitching wedge range, but I haven't hit a ball in a while. It's the first hole of the day, so I have to use what works. And what you find as you get more experience is that anything can actually work. And having those shots in your arsenal and dropping the ego that says 142 pitching wedge, that can really help you to score better when you're facing a situation where you may need to hit a 9, an 8, or even a 6-iron from 142, depending on the scenario. And that is one of the biggest things that changed my golf, is dropping the club distance chart ego. Players, one of the habits I can't get rid of that has actually turned out to be quite strategic, and that's because of my favorite place to shop, Temu. Get ready to upgrade your golf game and your shopping with Temu. Temu is giving new users a $100 coupon plus up to 70% off. So just open the Temu app and in the search bar, put in that code DXZ3853 in the search bar. Boom. That's instantly going to unlock your $100, and believe me, you want to use that $100 straight away. Check out some of the cool stuff I've been buying. Freak in the Sheets shirt. Boom, delivered extremely quickly. How about a new putter? That one will do. Oh my gosh, I've got a putter. Unbelievable. Maybe I want to get something like a towel. Bam. Well, look what was delivered. Absolutely money. More money, more problems. The more you shop, the more you save. What are we going to do with the extra cashola? They've got all kinds of stuff at Temu. They've got grip trainers. They've got swing trainers. They've got accessory kits. They've got trousers. They've got elastic things. They've got chippers, polos, tents. They've got golf shoes. They've got plastic putters. But here's the grip trainer I got to improve my grip, which actually was a huge shift in how I play golf because it was affecting my game so badly with the trigger finger, which I removed. And I found out that my club face was aimed way too far left with one of these magnetic rods. Money game. So golfers, gangbangers, and players, don't hesitate. Get that Temu app, put that code in the search bar, DXZ3853. I've played with a lot of players with the habit who believe it's strategic to leave their putt short for tap-ins instead of the intention of holding the putt. The intention is what drives your brain to create the solution and communicate with your body to tell it what to do. If my intention is to leave it short all the time, I'm never going to make putts because my body will respond to the intention. I will always leave it short. If my intention is to hold the putt, my body will calibrate with my brain and start to get the ball to the cup. The intention is the key here. The intention of leaving it short all the time, it's like, okay, cool, that's safe, and you're not going to 3-putt in your mind. You might just, leave it a bit short, and then this is what you eventually do, because now you're trying to restrict your body from the goal it's really wanting to do, which is get in the hole. So the way to get over that is to start envisioning your putt all the way to the hole, looking at it, feeling the stroke and rhythm needed to do it. Get in touch with it and just trust there, okay? It's that little leap of faith. You have to trust your brain and body connection to get it right. So I'd rather just start going for the hole and start making some damn putts, you know what I'm saying? Generally, we try to keep our mind clear when we're trying to play great golf. When we're standing over a ball, we don't want to have 7 mechanical swing thoughts, but there are people who will persist and will argue with you to the death that they need those 4, 5, 6, 7 thoughts just to be able to make contact. If that is what is required, that is not going to lead to good scores ever. That is a habit that is not strategic in the least, because when you're standing there trying to perform a very complicated movement and you're getting in the way with 5 or 6 different things, you're stopping that brain-body connection. So my solution is always to reduce the swing thoughts to 1 and then make it very vague, or something specific that doesn't really pertain to a position or something. So what I'm doing now, as I try to work on coming over the top, is instead of thinking about take away there, club face angle in line with my spine, get to the top, is the weight on the correct part of the foot, this is going to destroy me. So all I'm thinking is, just one of the takeaways from my lesson with Mo was to set up and just bump the hip a little bit to the left, maybe an inch, and from there just swing. And then I'll find maybe some generic, very vague stuff like swing low, sweet chariot, low and slow, sweet and mellow, something like that. And I'll use that to just get the rhythm. And most of the time, we're just off with rhythm. Maybe the best shot of the year. A huge habit that people get into is hitting nostalgia distances. What is a nostalgia distance? It's that distance you hit one time in the summer of '07 listening to Bryan Adams. You hit that 6-iron, 212 yards. That's your 6-iron distance. Meanwhile, it's generally been going about 165. And now, if I come here with my nostalgic distance of the one time I hit an 8-iron downwind, down breeze heavily in the desert, and I try hit that, I'm going to be short and I'm going to screw up my score. So I'm going to use the club that hits that distance the most often, right? So if it's like 10 shots, which club is going to hit, of those 10 shots, most of them 200 to 210? Maybe it could be 3 or 4 out of 10 will be that. You know, another club might be 2 or 3 out of 10 times. So we go with the higher percentage shot. So we get rid of nostalgia distances, we take the club that works, and then we swing it with natural power. Come on. That may be the purest golf shot you have ever witnessed, cats. Pure, absolutely disgusting habit people get into that they think is strategic is to learn the long game and go to the range and hit the long game area most of the time, neglecting the short game. Yes, we're trying to get the ball in a narrower radar, get it in play, get it near the green. Hey, the better we can do that in the fewer shots, yes, okay, great. But we're often going to end up in places like this, chipping, putting, lag putting, pitching shots, and we need to practice those. Now, the strategy to overcome that bad habit is to practice your short game twice as long as your range game. So if you're hitting your range for an hour, you've got to do 2 hours of short game practice. And that's everything from 1 foot back to full sand wedge. This is going to cut your score so quick. It's like the ultimate cheat strategy. Well, this is a perfect example of when you're not practicing the short game. And the strategy sometimes on the short game, especially if you're struggling, is now you want to chase your losses, get the ball really close, get greedy. But that strategy is actually compounding the error. Of course, the main strategy is to learn how to chip. But now, when we're adding shots to our score, let's just try get the ball on the green, okay? Gyotage. It's a very simple habit that can turn into a strategy when you realize just get it on the green. Slowly, the ball will get closer to the cup over time as we start to learn to just get it on. So it's on now. We have the putt. We're not taking a triple chip. It can get very easy to hit a double chip from your double chip position. If I stand here and I try use a sandwich for a toe down, that can be the result. Now I'm chipping again. So that's the strategy. There's a very bad habit where people put more importance on certain shots than others during a round, adding pressure to the shot for no reason. Now this habit, which sounds like a strategy, you sound like a commentator watching PGA Tour, he's got to make this. This is a must-make 6-footer right here. It's like, shut up, man. Those guys on TV don't think that. okay? The key secret for the strategy here is every shot is the same importance. If you can see every shot is the same importance and say very stable, you don't add the pressure, you don't take the pressure off, you don't have a roller coaster. Hey, you hit the ball, doesn't go in the hole, fine. That next tap in is as important as this shot or as unimportant. There's some habitual way of thinking that people have. They say the safe shot can easily be as screwed up as any other shot. I can hit my sand wedge or 7-iron as bad as each other, and so I may as well hit the driver to get up as far as I can, even though it's a screw up. But excuse me, when you hit a driver OB right here, you have to hit another shot from here. You've just hit an OB, now you can hit another shot with that club. The point of hitting shorter clubs with the tee, when you're not confidential, is that it stays short of those problems. Yes, you may chunk a 7-iron, but you're hitting 2 from there instead of 3 from here. Yes, you may slice a 4-iron to the right. It can't reach the OB. So if you're missing your driver offline by however many degrees, it goes deeper in the crap, and because it's 9 degrees of loft, it goes well right and left, like insane. Now you take that to 23, 24, 25 degrees of loft with a hybrid or an iron. Yes, maybe the same degrees offline, but it can't reach the freaking depths of destruction of the freaking driver. That's the point. That's the point. Yes, it misses by the same degree. It's not as accurate. No, listen. And if you want to take the safe shot, you better commit to the safe shot, okay? That habit of, I don't want to screw up the safe shot because then I may as well have taken the driver and screwed the driver up. This is setting you up for a crap shot. Like, you've got to reframe it. You've got to actually anticipate the good shot. So when you stand and you hit a safe shot, you know it's not going to reach the crap. You know that it's the best shot to hit, and you want to hit a great shot. You don't want to sabotage yourself to prove Matty Boom Boom wrong.
Super safe.
I mean, I know what it's like. You watch that ball sail OB, and you go, should have gone with the safe shot. Or you take the safe shot and you're going, oh, I really want to hit my driver here. I've got FOMO, YOLO. Then you screw that up and then you say, oh man, I should have taken the driver. It's like a Schrodinger's driver, right? You hit the driver, you regret that you hit the driver. You don't hit the driver, you regret you don't hit the driver. Schrodinger's driver, that's what we call it. And it's a technical term in golf that I've just invented. And look, if you're confidential with the driver that someone like Eric Chong has fitted you with, you can give it a wind. Listen, there's a very bad habit people think is strategic. They buy those little sensors, they do their little strokes gain crap, and they use stroke gain as some form of metric. Now, if you're tempted to buy this crap or to use it, you are a sucker for marketing, because those things are going to tell you strokes gain. Your putting, your approach game, your tee game is deficient, okay? Now, where's it deficient? What's deficient about it? Is it your swing? Is it your aiming? What is it, right? Okay, no, it's your approach distance from 170 to 200 is what's killing your score. Bruh, if you have approach shots of 170 to 200 often enough to affect your score on a golf course, you're playing the wrong tees. Is strokes gain telling you you're playing the wrong tees? No. Strokes gain is for those same people who say, yeah, dating these days is terrible because internet dating is the only place to do it. You've got 5% of the men getting all 80% of the women, and 80% of the women are fighting for the 5% of men. There's nothing for the rest of us. I'm going to get a strokes gained. It's like a male contraceptive, right? It's a male contraceptive to stick those sensors in your club and start talking about strokes gain like it means anything. They will say, yeah, but look, you want to hit the ball further up. This is not going to help you to score. Long term, you've got to learn to hit the driver. Yes, of course. But for now, all we can do is this. We know we don't need a dingleberry sensor horseshit membership crap thing to tell us, hey, we hit the iron off the tee. It would be nice to hit a driver, so you learn to hit the freaking driver, okay? When you're not scoring well, most of the time it's short game inside 100. It's getting in play off the tee and get good inside 100. The thing in between that, whatever. And another thing is, if you're tempted by this stroke gain crap, okay, the only people who talk about it are these people who sell it, okay? You've got Loose Stagnant on the internet, and you've got that Mark Brody selling a book or whatever he was trying to sell also to the PGA Tour. There's always a lot of money involved, okay? You don't need this shit, I promise. You don't. Even the pros don't use this crap. Even the pros don't use this crap. They say they do, but they don't. They don't. Every pro knows, okay, look, I took 33 putts on average. I need to get that down to 31. Come on. Well, top the hell out of that one. But listen, if you are a strokes gain person or you know a strokes gain person, please encourage them to go talk to a woman. And if they can't talk to a woman, hey, there's places you can come. And, there's no talking necessary. You're more than welcome. Just don't come talk to me, though, because I don't like you already. Now, look, this is the difference, right? 230. I just boomed a drive over here, and I got 230 on the par 5 versus however far that was. But we're at different skill levels at the moment, That's how it works. It's like an ebb and flow, and slowly over time you progress. And if you don't progress, it's okay. Golf maybe wasn't the sport for you, and that's fine. You just have to accept that station. Okay, strokes gain is saying 230 from the fairway on a par 5. It's going to average however many. Oh, shut up. I've hit it on in 2 there, driver 4 iron. This is my third shot from here, 167. Hit a iron, hit a top 3 wood. Hey, it's stroke index 15. If you walk out of here with a par, that's standard score up to 15 handicap. From 15 plus, a bogey is a great score. So stroke index 15, let's get this up and around the green from 165, chip and a putt. Hey, we walk out with a par. We can't compare against the birdie of a long bombing mother lover like myself, right? Like, don't compare yourself to me, because you'll get nowhere. Because I am just that fantastic. I know that, and I roll with it. I've become comfortable. Might even walk out of here with a damn birdie. That's another habit we can get into that becomes a strategy, is the next shot could be the best shot of your life. It takes one shot to save a hole. Look at that shot from 168. I mean, of course, not going to be normal, but I tell you what, normal could be somewhere else, and we're chip and putt. Now we give ourselves that anomaly. Hey, if we keep living like that, we're going to set ourselves up for some positivity. We start getting down on ourselves because we don't hit it as long as someone else, or we can't get there in 2, blah, blah. Come on. Let's live in the real world. Let's not live in a sugar and spice make-believe world where we put ourselves down. So in the end, it's an eagle versus a birdie. Hey bro, don't give up on the good times. Gotta believe in the love we share. And this caddy is gonna be fired soon. Hey caddy, you are not doing a good job today with this jacket. You're fired. You're fired. Players, you watch my channel, you might get this bad habit. It's very common. It's as common as trying to hit the conservative shot when it's not in your arsenal, you're not comfortable, like we said on the first couple holes. Sometimes we focus on the wrong things, right? So with the dogleg right here, you might hear someone talking about the trees on the right and this and that. Look, there's only one important part here. Get the ball in play. It's going to depend on your skill level, right? So if you can hit it over those trees with natural distance and natural trajectory without trying to do something fancy, you can do it. You have to know your trajectory. Now, if your skill level is not even high enough that you know your trajectory and you don't know how high it's going to fly or how far, we don't have to even think about that shit, right? You can just go, oh, look at that eternity on the left-hand side. I have 100 yards of space. Hit it there, right? When we start focusing on nonsense, like even the water here, you are not going to hit the ball in this water. It's 60 yards in front of you. You're not going to hit it there. Why? Because you're not going to think about hitting it there. When you start adding in all these things, don't go left, oh, be right, oh, you don't want to be there. This just introduces doubt, fear, and anxiety. Now, if I wanted to hit it into that area on the left because I wasn't sure how far I can carry the ball, look at that. I can move over and see it. Now, this is strategic. This is strategic. Just standing here and focusing on the wrong crap ain't strategic. And now all that crap that I was thinking about the dogleg is out of my mind. And I've just freed my mind up to hit a very tasteful shot. This is the club I was fitted for by Eric So I'll take a more aggressive line. Yeah, I think that one needs a stiffer shaft. A very bad habit that we think is strategic is shot shaping. Mother lover, you never need to shot shape a single shot in your life unless absolutely necessary on a punch shot. But on approaches and tee shots, like this is a dogleg right. The number of times I see strategic moves where people want to fade it around the corner and then just slash wildly at it, hitting it now, of course, because it's spinning more, you're slashing right across it, spins more, goes high, goes nowhere, goes far right, Oscar Bravo. Now you're dropping 2, hitting 3 on the tee, and you hit that dead straight bullet into the middle of the fairway. You go, why didn't I do that in the first place, man? Because it's not strategic to hit the shot shape of the hole if you're not comfortable or if you can't do it. How do I know this? Because I used to do it. I used to try hit the big fade, cut the corner. Now I just cut the corner with a beautiful little draw ski. And if I can't cut the corner, I play into the wide open space. On approach, I don't shot shape. I just hit the shape that's coming out and adapt it to the green, right? So if this pin were on the back left, I'm really happy because, you know, I used to hit a pull, so I'll just pull it into the back left. If it's back right, hey, guess what? I hit it at the pin and I pull it into the middle of the green. That's the way it works. I would just hit my standard 6-iron from whatever this is, 195, and then that's perfect. Now, if I come here and start getting fancy, right? Thinking, okay, back right pin, got to get it to the back right. If I hit a fade, it's going to take some off of it, so I'm going to hit the 5-iron instead of the 6-iron, but I don't see there's a bunker right there. I don't see what other problems I have, and I come and try shot shape. Even though I don't hit fades, now I stand here and try to create a shot that I don't have. Now, when you create shots in the moment on the golf course that you don't practice, you don't have, you know what you do? You're basically just putting a little pinprick in your tire and it's slowly deflating so that by the end of the round, your tire is completely flat. Because you don't even feel it, but you just wear yourself down. Okay, well, you know, that's me though. Those are the bad habits we confuse with strategy. Stop doing them. Check out some strategy over here. Come on now. Come on now, player.